I feel like I can't even wait a minute. News finally broke. It has been resolved. This talk about the Ryder Cup, should these guys be paid? Should they not be paid? Where's money going? Who's getting it? And it looks like news has hit that the players are all each getting $500,000, which I get it. In professional golf, Scotty Scheffler earning, $63 million this year on course. Okay, it's not that big of a, payday, but there is now officially money in the Ryder Cup, with the caveat of that 300,000 of it is going to charity and 200,000 will be treated as a stipend to cover some of their expenses to get to and from there. Josh, do you feel like this is cheapening the event by them throwing money into the game, or do you think, they need to? There's a lot of money going around.
I feel like it belittles the Ryder Cup a little bit. It doesn't feel as prestigious anymore now that people are making money off of it. You know what I mean? Like to me, this is like the all-star game of golf.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, I feel like they shouldn't be paid at all, but I understand why they want to be paid.
He's like, forget all those kids and charities.
No, it's not even that. No, I'd rather them have 500,000 all to charity.
Gary, I feel like you got something to weigh in here. Just go ahead.
It definitely like they should get paid, and the kids with cancer shouldn't get their cures. But no, it doesn't like.
Wait, the Ryder Cup is curing cancer now.
Yeah, 100%.
Beautiful.
But no, like Ryder Cup, to have them get paid, that's fine. It adds a little extra. Like I'm gonna play better, but I don't think these guys need any motivation when it comes to the Ryder Cup.
I think the big sticking point for me has been that this event is so big. It is generating so much money. And I get it. Rory McIlroy talks about we get to have these few times in our sport where it's just the purity of the game. He referred to the Olympics, which is a whole separate topic because there are so many broke Olympians who would love to get some money, and these guys earn so much money. They're like, no, we love playing for free.
They really don't like.
That's got to be so annoying to like a pole vaulter who's like, dude, it would be nice if we could get paid. Could you have the PGA guys shut up?
They can stipend D's nuts. That's like me asking Dan for $20 to go get some booze.
No.
Does he give me the money? Yes. But do I have any sort of way to get to the liquor store? No. I feel like the Ryder Cup is now tainted. Just like that monster Dan's got by him. I took a whiz in there after you opened it. Sorry, not sorry.
Wow.
Glad you threw that out.
So evil.
Thank you, Gizmo. Yeah, I did. I replaced the energy drink for a water today. I'm trying to rehydrate. So you missed me on this one, buddy. Gizmo, urine free.
Yeah, I don't know. Here's the thing.
Rich.
So if you look, hey, how's it going? If you look at it like an all-star game or something like that, I mean, the NBA All-Stars get paid. The NFL All-Stars get paid.
Thank you.
And if you look, the Ryder Cup, they've been making $200,000 a year for their charities since 1999. Like, so we're 25 years later now. So they're giving, and we know that the amount of money that's in golf and that they're making from the Ryder Cup is astronomically higher.
Yes.
So why don't those guys get money for taking their time out of their day to do all that kind of stuff? I don't understand. I have no problem with it at all. I'm glad they upped another $100,000 to their charities, so it's $300,000 for their charities. Those guys are getting $200,000. Granted, it's not life-changing money to them. I would love that money, but for them. But it at least gives it. It's funny because I actually, when I was reading on it, it said it's a $200,000 stipend.
Yeah. like most people get, travel, for work. If you're going to a conference, you get $78 a day to spend at Golden Corral. That's your stipend
per diem.
Yeah. These guys are getting $200K just to, cover basic expenses. Listen, almonds are not cheap at the Hudson newsstand at the airport. Okay. I need $200K just to get there and get back. It's the least you could do. But that is the part that I completely do agree with you on, Rich, is the fact that there's money being made. It's going somewhere.
But it's not like the Masters where like the revenue could be like so much more because they don't do the marketing that they could do, and they hold back to keep it prestigious, to keep the commercials down. You know, so I understand, like, if they did it to the Masters, now I'm like, okay, that's putting a little. But with the Ryder Cup, I think, I don't know, like Rich said, like, it's okay.
I mean, because you look, there's just a bunch of complaints going around because the Ryder Cup tickets have come out for next year, the 2025 Ryder Cup at Bethpage. And, you know, these tickets are going for $700, $800, $1,000 tickets, all this stuff going on. I mean, there is massive amounts of money flowing through the event. Oh, yeah. And even when I was in Rome, I talked about this a couple of weeks ago, that the merch tent is so big. I mean, to me, it felt like a small Amazon warehouse walking through this. They had 100 lanes of checkout. And I went through that thing maybe 4 or 5 times, you know, and I don't think I spent less than $300 or $400 each time I passed through that place. Money is flowing through the Ryder Cup. So I guess what I want to know is then who gets it all? If it's not in player purses and things like, I mean, there's sponsors everywhere. The thing is televised. Tickets are being sold. Merch is being sold. This is all because the greatest players in the world from these 2 respective areas are going to come together for this massive showdown. So I respect the idea of the purity of the Ryder Cup, and it's not about prize money. That almost cheapens it because it's like, oh, great, I won $5 million this weekend. It's like, no, this isn't about $5 million. It's about the history and the legacy of the Ryder Cup. But at the same time, people love baseball, but they still want to get paid. Ask Shohei Ohtani. Like, you know what I mean? Is it still a great American pastime and we're eating hot dogs? Or is this dude making $700 million? You know, so you've got to draw the line somewhere between, you know, the history of a sport and everything that it means to people, and the fact that there are truckloads of money flowing through this event, and none of the guys responsible for all that money are getting any of it. And I find that sort of an interesting dichotomy.
Well, how they got to that sum, and like what was the tipping point that made them do that? Like you were talking about, like, you know, the PGA, and is there like suits working things not for the betterment of the game, but for the betterment of their pockets and stuff? Like, is there like a tax write-off now that they gave them 200,000 and they're actually saving more money? Like what like 200,000 is very specific, and it's like weird.
Yeah, I don't know how that number is determined. I imagine these guys have phenomenal tax guys, and I imagine that they are very good at saving receipts. But to me, I just think that the Ryder Cup is something that is a brand that is hundreds of millions of dollars when you talk about the life cycle of this. And then you're going to take, you know, whatever, $5 million and spread it around like butter on a thin slice of toast. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it because, again, like I said, I love the fact that there is this time-honored legacy to the thing, but I also go, okay, well then where's all the money going and who gets it? And like Rich said, you know, 200 grand would change some people's lives. Maybe they could spread some this way. We'll promote the event very well. I don't know. Josh, maybe you could send out some emails for us.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, we'll work on that.